Good morning, Mr. Samuel. We are from section C2. Today we're going to present the service blueprint. The company we choose is Hilton Hotel and Resorts. These are my group members.
My name is Dania and I'll be presenting the service offering part.
I'm Hafiz. I will be presenting on crucial service processes.
I'm Yongchuan. I'll be presenting the potential viewpoints.
I'm Wai Hong and I'll be presenting the recommended viewpoint solution.
Hi sir, I will now be starting the introduction for Hilton KL. Hilton KL was founded in 2004 after being renamed from Mutiara Kuala Lumpur. Hilton KL is a luxurious 5-star rated hotel located at the city center with KL Central right next to it. It is part of the Hilton Hotels and Resorts Group. Hilton Group is a global brand operating globally and is in countries such as the United States, Malaysia, Australia, China, and Canada. Other than Hilton KL, there is also other hotels under the Hilton Hotels and Resorts Group that is currently operating in KL, such as Hilton Garden Inn and DoubleTree by Hilton. Hilton KL is of course in the hospitality industry, which mainly provides accommodation service through a luxurious and lifestyle hotel. Other than the accommodation service, Hilton KL also offers food and beverage service as they also provide a bar and restaurant at their hotel. Their two target market would be leisure travelers and business travelers. Leisure travelers refer to people who are traveling, such as families, couples, or even solo travelers wishing to unwind. Business travelers refer to people who are on business trips. I will now be talking about the core, actual, and augmented product. Core refers to a fundamental need that satisfies customers when they buy the product. In the case of Hilton KL, customers will be getting an exceptional guest experience. Actual refers to the actual product features that is provided by the company. For Hilton KL, it is the hotel room, bar and restaurant, customer service, online reservation facilities, which is their website and app, and of course the Hilton brand, because Hilton is a well-established hotel brand. Lastly, augmented consists of lots of added value, for which customers may or may not pay a premium. Hilton KL's added value would be the luxurious room and exterior designs, fun family packages that they provide for families, membership discounts for frequent customers that allows them to get a discount in their next stay or accumulate airline miles, and lastly, a relaxed hotel atmosphere. Next, I will be explaining the 3 P's from the extended marketing mix, which is people, process, and physical evidence. Hilton KL has about 5,000 to 10,000 employees. The employees include receptionists, maids, valets, waiters and waitresses, etc. Furthermore, Hilton Group has industry-leading rewards and benefits in place for the employees that is also implemented in Hilton KL. Some of these benefits include paid parental leaves. Another benefit will be Hilton's partnership with Milk Store. This partnership is a benefit for working moms balancing work and house duties. Mothers who are still breastfeeding would be able to send back milk to their newborns without any fuss. For process, Hilton focus is on extra customer convenience. Hilton guests can use the Hilton website or app to book hotels and manage their stay. The Hilton app allows to make reservations, select rooms, and use a mobile device as the room key. Therefore, it eliminates the need for the front desk. Guests can also check in and out using the app. As for physical evidence, hotel services are mainly intangible, except for the tangible parts like the products guests use during the stay. Some forms of physical evidence in Hilton KL include relaxing ambience, clean, high-class exterior designs, and modern facilities. Continuing from this, I will be talking about the customer's role in co-production. This refers to customers playing a role to contribute to service quality and satisfaction. In order to better service quality, customers could ask questions at the front desk. This will be able to increase staff's learning when they are unsure, and this will enable them to be more efficient in the future. Customers could also complain when there is a service failure. This would allow Hilton KL to rectify the problem to increase service quality. Lastly, customers could also leave a review on online platforms such as the Hilton app or Hilton's website. This will allow Hilton to reflect on their mistakes if there was any. And if they were doing a good job, it will allow them to know about it and continue with similar service for other customers. Furthermore, for customers to increase their satisfaction, customers could understand and perform their role effectively. By doing so, they could fully utilize their role as customers and fully enjoy their stay at Hilton KL. Customer participation by working together with the service provider could also better satisfaction. This is because by working with a service provider, it would affect the service quality and thus increasing customers' own satisfaction. That is all for my part. Thank you.
Hello, I'll be presenting on the service process. In this diagram, it shows the process of customers' overnight stay at Hilton Hotel Kuala Lumpur. It starts with parking, check-in, resting, dining, and check-out. I have highlighted 4 service processes, which is crucial in deciding the satisfaction of customers. The first crucial service process is the check-in process. The check-in is the deciding factor that can influence customers' first impression, positive or negatively. At this process, customers will require to register at the desk registration, which will be assisted by a staff. The physical evidences of this process will be ambient music, warm lighting, desk registration, papers, and keys. However, elements that influence customers' first impression are the availability of rooms, waiting time to check in, staff's attitude toward customers, and also price. During peak season, high demand room may be occupied and customer may have to wait longer before checking in. In addition, the attitude of staffs will also negatively influence customer satisfaction if they are unwilling to help, rude, or not knowledgeable. Price must always be fair and sync with other advertised platforms so that customers do not feel cheated upon registering. The second crucial service process is when customers arrive at their room. Customer will proceed to their respective room once completing registration. This process can further convince customers regarding the overall quality of the service if it delivers. The physical evidences in this process are room design, furnishings, bath, and amenities. Cleanliness, creative design, and common amenities are important factors that satisfy an accommodation standard or consumer's need. In addition, other tangibles such as availability of strong Wi-Fi connections, working air conditioning, and electrical sockets are also compulsory into this standard. The third crucial service process is arriving at the restaurant. Physical evidences in this process are serving staff, dine-in furnishings, utensils, and menu. Staff will assist customer in seating and taking orders once customer is ready and the food will be prepared. In this process, consideration must be given to the availability of seat, cleanliness of dining area, time taken to prepare food, and the staff friendliness and willingness to serve. As mentioned previously, during peak season or holidays, depending on time, seat may not always be available and customer may even have to wait to be seated. Lacking or insufficient dining space or furnishing may bottleneck the process of dine-in. This also applies to time taken to prepare food. Depending on the time of day, time taken to prepare food should be fair considering that customers' waiting time and time needed in preparing a good quality meal. Staff must always be alert in assisting customer, especially taking order, and should always be willing and friendly in serving people. The fourth service process is dining. Culinary art, hygiene of food, and overall taste of meal and the price of meal will convince them if the service is good or bad. Although the food design or culinary art is not heavily required as it is considered delights, cleanliness of food is compulsory and must not be compromised, and therefore it is an etiquette service requirement. In addition, cleanliness of food will also contribute to Hilton's reliability and responsibility in serving food to customers. Finally, price of meal must also reflect the taste of food and the proportion so that customer may not deem the service as overpriced. Moving on to the next presenter.
Thank you, Hafiz. I'm Yong Chuan, and now I'll be presenting the potential field points. During peak season or school holiday, as you know, there will be a lot of people go to holiday, and the check-in time will be same. So during the check-in time, there's a lot of people queuing up together and wait for the check-in. So it is a time-consuming issue where customer will face. So customer may feel very frustrated and they need to plan again their schedule. For the second few points will be the services for the hotel restaurant. The first issue that customer may face will be they don't know where the hotel restaurant located at because there is no proper direction that leads them to the restaurant. And as we know, during peak season or school holiday, hotel will be crowded and people are having breakfast at the same time. So those who are late for breakfast may take some time to wait because the restaurant space are limited, not that big, and the table and chairs are not enough. Basically, hotel restaurant usually serve buffet style. Customer may face issue like food are not filled on time, and due to not enough staff, they can't clean up the table on time, and customer may feel uncomfortable because of the dirty environment. For the third few points is the hotel room is unclean and untidy in terms of the room may be dusty and stain could be found on the carpet and bed. This will actually impact the customer experience. They might change to another hotel for the next journey. Hence, our reputation will be affected and can create loyal customers. And the last few points will be lack of reliability in terms of hotel porter or hotelman service. As hotel porter will be the first people that having contact with the customers, they didn't greet or smile to the customers, and they didn't provide any services like carrying or transporting the luggage service. This may give a bad first impression to the customers. The second issue will be the delivery luggage service might have mistakes where they send the luggages to the wrong room, and this usually happens during peak season. To continue the presentation, I will pass it to Wai Hong. Thank you.
Alright, sir. Now I'm going to talk about a recommendation on few points and the strengths and weaknesses of the service delivery system. In the previous slide, my teammate mentioned about the few points that are likely to be occurred during the service delivery system. So we come up with few solutions. First is employee training. We need to, Hilton Hotel can provide training for employees for them to become more experienced and professional. For example, employees can get to know more knowledge about the services, then they can apply it when they are working. And this solution is aiming to solve the problem which we previously mentioned about a few points, which is the check-in procedure is slow during peak season. If we provide training to them, the employee can check in with the customer faster. And the strength of this recommendation is that it can improve the service quality, but however, it also have weaknesses. The employee training is costly. This solution not only can solve the check-in procedure is slow problem, it can also solve the other few points like my teammate mentioned previously, the service in hotel restaurant. If we provide enough training to the hotel employees, they can serve the customer faster, and it will not cause dissatisfaction to the customer. And it will also, if we provide employee training, we can also solve the next few point, which is the hotel room is unclean as well. Because research show that hotel room unclean is one of the main reason why customers do not want to come back to the hotel again. So if we provide enough training and the cleaning staff, they really do their job well and clean the hotel room frequently, this problem can be solved. We can relate this solution to fix the problem, which is one of the solution in service recovery theory. For fixing the problem, sometimes the customer is not the main problem. The actual problem that the company need to address as it caused the poor service delivery to be occur in the first place. So to fix this problem, Hilton can learn from their recovery experience or from the lost customers, and or as well as they can make the service feel safe, like promise service guarantees, which I will be explaining in the next few solution. So we move on to the second solution, which is recruitment. Previously, my teammate mentioned about the 4 field points, and these 4 field points have one common point, which is lack of employee. First, we can hire employees that are more experienced or hire more employee. Because, for example, we can hire part-time employee during peak season. The strength of this recruitment is that the strength of this solution is that the experienced employee can share experience for how they cope during peak season, and other employees will be able to benefit from it. If we hire more employee during peak season, we can cope with the high demand, and the customer will not feel dissatisfied, and they will not wait longer during the check-in procedure. The weakness of this solution is that hire employee is high cost, and sometimes employee will ask for higher salary. So to relate the theory to this solution, the 4 field points that we mentioned earlier, we can fix the problem by hire more employee. Since the actual problem itself is lack of employee, so through this solution we can fix the problem ultimately and cause the service recovery process to be effective. The next solution is compensate the customer, which if we relate to the theory of service recovery, it can be related to fixing the customer, cause the customer did not feel satisfied. Hilton Hotel need to understand the customer concern and provide them compensation. For example, if the check-in procedure is slow and the customer wait for a long time during peak season, we can provide them free buffet voucher. Or if the hotel room is unclean or untidy, we can upgrade them a better room for free. And also, if the service in hotel restaurant, like the food is not served on time, or there are not enough chairs and table, we can also provide them free buffet voucher for compensation. In this service recovery process, Hilton need to treat their customer fairly in terms of outcome fairness, procedural fairness, and also interactional fairness. They also need to provide appropriate communication to the customer so that the customer can communicate with Hilton Hotel directly, and Hilton Hotel can know the problem too. After they communicate with the customer and provide them compensation, they can cultivate relationship with customer as well. The service quarantine is also can be related to this solution as well, because service quarantine can make the customer to feel and fulfillment of a condition. It's like an assurance. So for example, like if the Hilton Hotel can promise the customer, if the food did not serve on time, we will provide you a free buffet voucher. This is one example of service quarantine guarantees. The strength of this solution is that customers will feel that they are being treated nicely and fairly, so they will feel satisfied. And however, the weakness of this solution is that the compensation may cost a lot of money. Now move on to the justification. The reason why Hilton Hotel need a good service recovery strategy, because this viewpoint can lead to dissatisfaction from customer. Because when field point happens, it means that the hotel service does not have a good reliability or assurance. The customers can also spread negative word of mouth, and the hotel reputation will be damaged because of this. And they cannot build a good customer relationship because of these few points. And eventually they will lose their customer. Right, thanks. This is our reference list. Thank you everyone.